Corcoran from thedailyshrewsbury.com, and this is your weekly news. A fire ignited in the basement of a Gates Road home earlier this week while a resident was still inside. When the fire started in the basement of her parents' home on 68 Gates Road, Mary Coughlin quickly called the Shrewsbury Fire Department to come put it out. The home, owned by Ted and Maureen Coughlin, who were on vacation at the time of the incident, caught fire Monday afternoon around 2 p.m. According to Fire Chief Jim Vona, the fire originated near the electrical box in the basement. Vona said when the first responders arrived at the home, there was smoke coming from the eaves and fire shooting out of the side of the house. Flames were quickly put out with a dry chemical extinguisher. Vona said the bulk of the fire was in the basement. After the fire was extinguished, crews continued to check the walls and ceilings of the home to look for pockets of fire. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but the damage caused to the home is estimated to be roughly $30,000. While one resident was at home when the fire started, she was able to escape without injury. Vandals hit the Beale Early Childhood Center playground located behind the school over the weekend in the second instance of vandalism in a week. Fluorescent light bulbs were smashed on the ground in various spots around the playground at some point over the weekend, according to Beale principal Alice Brennan, who found the playground in the condition Monday morning. She noted that the long tube fluorescent light bulbs are hazardous waste and are extremely difficult to clean up without removing a large amount of mulch. Brennan said this is a particular problem since this is the second time in a week that they have had to clean the playground. The playground was vandalized last week with the same type of light bulbs being smashed on the ground. Brennan said she believes that a group of kids must be bringing the fluorescent light bulbs to the playground. She believes that someone must be dumping them illegally and that they are being found by these kids. Brennan reported the vandalism to the Shrewsbury Police Department last week, but she said there wasn't much they could do besides take a report. Now that the playground has been vandalized for a second time, Brennan is making a plea to the public to alert the police if they see any suspicious activity at the playground. She is asking neighbors to stay alert for suspicious behavior and report it to the police immediately. The Shrewsbury News will be right back after these messages.
Many good things are easy to spot, even in black and white. A maple leaf, birds in flight, our trees in summer. But there's one bad thing that's also easy to spot because it is black and white: the Asian longhorn beetle. This insect is killing our trees, but with your help, we can defeat it. It's as simple as black and white. Look for the beetle, and if you spot it, report it at beetlebusters.info.
Hi, I'm Tim Wakefield, pitcher for your Boston Red Sox.
And I'm pitcher Clay Buckholz. We're proud to be Jimmy Fund co-captains, and we want you on our team.
Throughout the season, we take on some tough teams. Now we're pitching in to take on an even tougher opponent, cancer. Join the Jimmy Fund by getting involved in fun events this summer. Bring the family for games and tours at Jimmy Fund Fantasy Day at Fenway Park, August 29th. Or get together for a great day of walking at the Boston Marathon Jimmy Fund Walk, September 12th.
Let's have fun and raise some money to help conquer cancer. Visit jimmyfundcaptains.org to learn more.
Welcome back to the Shrewsbury News. Buca di Beppo, a national chain restaurant serving family-style Italian food, is opening one of its first locations in Massachusetts in Shrewsbury at the former Vinnie T's location on Route 9. The restaurant is hoping to open in 4 to 6 weeks in the Vinnie T's location, overlooking Lake Quinsigamond, a location that has had a variety of owners over the last decade. In the last 10 years, this building has been sold 3 separate times, including by the current company now opening Buca di Beppo, Buca Restaurants Inc., who purchased the franchise Vinnie Testa's in 2001 and renamed it Vinnie T's. According to the current divisional vice president, Chase Romero, Bertucci's then purchased the franchise in 2005 or 2006. It was sold to the most recent owners, who have since decided to close the franchise. Buca di Beppo has 55 locations in 29 states, but has no locations in Massachusetts. They are opening their first 4 locations in the state, in Lexington, Dedham, and Seekonk, along with Shrewsbury. The Board of Selectmen addressed some concerns that have been raised with the license on Monday night. Fire Chief Jim Vona informed the Selectmen of a code violation that he was concerned about after a recent site visit. Romero said that they were planning on installing a duct fan, which will pull additional heat from the building to address the chief's concerns. Selectmen decided to approve the license for Buca di Beppo on the contingency that they comply with requests made by both the town manager and the fire chief. Residents' concerns over the intersection of Clues Street and Route 140, which were raised in an email to selectmen last month, were addressed at the meeting Monday night. The email, written by George Smith of 33 Clues Road, came after another accident occurred at the intersection in June, which sent one driver to the hospital. Town engineer Jack Peralt explained the situation to the selectmen at Monday's meeting. The town's highway department has also worked to keep the trees trimmed back to increase visibility of the stop sign, according to Peralt. Despite these improvements, Smith writes in his email that something more needs to be done. The police report concluded that the accident was driver error, and the other selectmen, including Jim Kane, agreed with this conclusion, saying he believed it to be a matter of people just not paying attention. The meeting concluded with selectmen asking Peralt to look into the possibility of adding another stop ahead sign to the opposite side of the street and to see if that would help increase awareness of the intersection. Selectmen are still waiting on a report from the engineering department on the Gold Street and Route 140 intersection where a Shrewsbury resident was killed in an accident earlier this summer. We'll be right back after this short break. And we're back with more of the Shrewsbury news. The Spirit of Shrewsbury weekend, which is now just a month away, scheduled for the weekend of September 24th through the 26th, promises to bring back many events which are old favorites as well as incorporate many new events. Spirit of Shrewsbury, now in its 14th year, will once again feature a 5K road race and will of course have the usual parade, but there are some new additions to the program. Arthur Dobson, who has been on the Spirit of Shrewsbury committee for the past 11 years, has been the driving force behind planning 2 new events this year, including mini golf and a farmer's market, and completely changing the way the food festival is done. The food festival will be free of charge this year, but the committee is instead asking people to bring a non-perishable food item to be donated to the Worcester County Food Bank. This will be the first year for the mini golf event as well, another idea brought forth by Dobson.
We have a miniature golf being performed at the Hoagland Pecos Center on Saturday and Sunday, 25th, 26th.
The cost will be $5 for adults, $3 for seniors and children under 12. The money raised from the mini golf event will go to the World War I Monument Committee, which is currently looking to rebuild the current monument in front of the Beale Early Childhood Center. On Sunday, the first ever Spirit of Shrewsbury Farmers Market will be held underneath the tent outside of the Oak Middle School from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and will feature fresh, locally grown produce and vegetables, handmade pies, maple syrup, cheese, honey, and a variety of breads and flours. Other events during the Spirit of Shrewsbury weekend include an Oak Street Expo featuring businesses and nonprofits in the area, a craft fair, a big basket golf ball drop, and a variety of open houses around town. To see a complete calendar of events with all the details you'll need, visit our upcoming events section of thedailyshrewsbury.com and stay with us for continued coverage of the Spirit of Shrewsbury weekend. In the second episode of Central Mass Insider, which features people, places, and events around the Worcester area, one of our reporters for centralmassnews.com visits a local alpaca farm. In this episode, Daniel Castro, writer for thedailyholden.com, works for a day with the family that owns the Angel Hair Alpaca Farm in Grafton. To watch the full episode of Central Mass Insider at the Angel Hair Alpaca Farm, and to read more about Dan's adventure, visit centralmassnews.com. Local producers of Channel 28 Arts and Ideas recently went to the opening of Art in the Park at Elm Park in Worcester. Here's a few clips from their upcoming program.
Hi, welcome to a special edition of Arts and Ideas. It's a very special edition. We're covering the Art in the Park event in Elm Park right in the center of Worcester, and we're here to show you some of the wonderful installations that are being put up today. And remember, the show is up until October 1st, so don't forget to come down and enjoy the work. See you again next time.
Look for the full program, which will be airing soon on Channel 28. Art in the Park runs through September. I'm Lindsay Corcoran, and this has been your weekly news. To see these stories and much more, visit thedailyshrewsbury.com. Be sure to tune in to SPAC TV 28 again next Thursday at 7 and 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.